Okay, guys, we are live. It's Saturday night. It's 7 o'clock. The big one is tomorrow at 4:30 at Anfield. It's Liverpool, Manchester City. The clash of the Titans, Jackie boy. I've Jack Mac LFC in the house with me. Jack, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me on, Dave, and everyone. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday night, whatever you've been up to. Hopefully, you're all behaving anyway. But the Reds, I can't wait, mate. It's going to be a massive game. And obviously, we'll find out come the end of the season, but it could be three very pivotal points come the end of the season, but which we'll discuss tonight. A couple of results went our way, and it's important that we do continue this upward trajectory in terms of recent results.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was looking at a few of the games today as well. I think United was the early game at Old Trafford. They went ahead, a Martial goal, I think it was, and then a late Sue goal from Townsend. Did you see his reaction? Did you? Oh my gosh, brilliant it was. They could have won it near the end. I think it was disallowed goal. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he was there. He got too excited, and he like most centre backs. I think Jermaine Keenan on commentary after the in the studio said the centre halves like to do that. But yeah, he got absolutely not battered, Man United. But I think Everton coming away from the game probably were kicking themselves. Really, they could have got all 3 points, and it was great to see that both of them got a point each, and it helps us in terms of the league table.
Well, it's not even that it helps us. I don't think United are a huge threat, Jack. To be fair, I mean, you take away to the late goal. I know late winners are late winners, but they didn't deserve both the winners. The Villarreal they should have beat. Villarreal should have beat them. Never mind United win, and even the West Ham game, the 2-2, where West Ham missed the penalty in extra time. A goal either way there, and Ole is hanging on by his bleeding fingernails. But to be fair, we want them to hang on. We want them to get a 10-year contract. We want them to sign that contract. So you know what I mean. But Jamie Phillips, Football Chats in the house. How are you, Jamie? Hopefully you're well. United are pants. Now let's just say it right. United are shite. You know what I mean? That's what they are. But yeah, let's talk about United at the end of the day. It's really about Liverpool City tomorrow. We can go through the games today. There's some important games today as well. But the big ones tomorrow, Jackie boy. I did a show midweek with Keith and Ivan on Thursday night. You've done a load of shows yourself. I stuck with my starting 11. I stuck with my scoreline. I'm going 2-1 Liverpool. I'm confident going into this. City don't have a great record at Anfield. And the thing for me is, okay, they won there last year, but there was no Anfield crowd. Look at this crowd behind me, baby. There was no crowd at Anfield, and that's the only thing. Yeah, I remember Pep in his interviews yesterday. There's a weakness. City have a weakness at playing against Liverpool. And do you know what the weakness is? Anfield crowd. It's Anfield, baby. That's the weakness. And I'm confident we will not lose. I think it's a must not lose game rather than a must not win game. If you win, it's a statement. It's still only 3 points, but it's a big statement going into the international break. And it gives you that confidence. It gives you a psychological bonus, let's say. And, that's the biggest thing about tomorrow. Obviously, no injuries. But it's only 3 points at the end of the day, but I'm really, really looking forward to it. And we have Avi Akai. Greetings. Good afternoon from Plano, Dallas, Texas, baby.
Hope you're having a good day, mate. Smashing.
Wow. In the house. Absolutely. It's unbelievable when you're live, isn't it? Fellas, I had a guy in the other day from Iraq. It's
amazing. The power in the internet, Dave, and obviously the big Liverpool community.
LFC family. Yeah. It just never amazes me. Hit the like button, guys. Check out Jack Mac LFC as well on YouTube. Top Reds channels. So, Jackie boy, tomorrow, are you excited?
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen my prediction on Doug's show last night, mate. I think I went quite big and probably will end up being with my predictions. I
think you went quite big.
Yeah, it's yes, Guardiola's side. There's a lot of quality. We all know, everyone knows the vast experience they got within their ranks. Both sides in recent years have very much pushed each other. Obviously, last year Liverpool were heavily plagued with injuries, but taken away from that, the other previous years, both clubs have pushed each other on to greater heights. Liverpool in Europe, Liverpool eventually winning number 19, and really no one's really come close. I know Chelsea will be a lot of people's favourites for the league this year. If they can be as consistent as Liverpool have been and City have been in the previous seasons, yes, there was a little mark on Liverpool's season last year, but we know that was due to injuries, mate. But I think Liverpool and Manchester City will be very dominant this year. But I think, as you alluded to there, Dave, and everyone in chat already tonight, it will be the Anfield atmosphere. It's the last game on the Sunday night. Anfield under the lights will be absolutely rocking, and that was a big part in which that was missing. Not just for obviously a lot of clubs, obviously post-COVID and all that, but Liverpool within Europe and obviously in the league, it's not the same, but it is so different now with the fans back in. The crowd gets us an extra 20, 30 points every single season. You can't put a price on it. And whether Sterling does play, whoever plays, they will be getting absolutely every single City player will be getting booed, hissed, everything really. It'll be a cauldron, a sheer cauldron of atmosphere.
Well, just look at the picture behind me, Jackie boy. And there's a man in the middle. There's a man in the middle of my picture behind my head. And look at the crowd behind. I'm gonna just dip away here. Mosalah, the king of Egypt. Now that's some picture, isn't it?
And he's a man that thrives off the fans, doesn't he, Dave? And everyone. The crowd will be singing Mosalah, and they're singing so many songs, and it drives on those players. They play for us. I know it's certain clubs, certain players, they don't really get playing for their football club, but every single Liverpool player on the pitch, they're embodiments of what Klopp stands for and what the club stands for, really. Blood, sweat, and tears. They'll put everything on the line, like we have seen in previous seasons. And the one thing that before Liverpool won the league, Dave, and everyone was whether Liverpool had that in them. Obviously, we won the Champions League, but the Premier League now, with Liverpool are in the title challenge this year, we've got that experience and the hoodoo off our back, really, and we know what to do. We've done it before. We waited a very long time to do it, mate, but it's going to be an interesting tactical battle. Dave and everyone in chat, do you reckon Pep will overthink it? For me, I've always said it. Pep always thinks too much about
in big games, in the big games. In the big games, I don't know whether he panics. Maybe I don't know if the panic is an appropriate word to use. I mean, he's a top manager. Let's be real. City are a top side. Like, come on, they're champions. You know, we're not dismissing them. I'm just confident tomorrow. I don't know what it is. It's just the way it's the way the squad are playing. It's a confidence throughout the team. You know, we're winning games. We're scoring goals, Jack. That's a big thing. We're scoring goals. We're tight enough at the back. We've the Anfield crowd behind us. You know, we've got, all the ingredients are there basically for tomorrow. Now, it could turn out to be a drab 0-0. But what I'm saying is you can only judge the game, like we're 20 hours away from kickoff. So you can only judge it from afar and say, this is what I'll expect. And I think Liverpool, in the first 10-15, with that crowd behind them,
the start's so important.
I've got to get in. I've got to get into them like we did in other games.
Champions League, mate. I remember
the 2019, the 3-0, the 3-0 2019. It was in around this time. I think it was late October, early November. Do you remember the Fabinho goal? So similar to that, get in at them. Get in early, bang, 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 try get a goal, or even if you don't get a goal, just keep the intensity up. You don't want them scoring. If they score, it just changes the whole dynamic. You know what I mean? You want to be the team that scores, especially at home. But what do you think then tomorrow, Jack? I know you did a show last night as well, though, but I'm sticking to my 11. I said it all week. I've said it since Thursday with Keith and Ivan. I mean, obviously Alisson's in goal. I think Milner keeps his place because of the fact he doesn't play international football anymore. I think he plays for the under 60s or the over 60s at this stage. And they don't have a game next week, so he's okay. So you have Milner. You'll have Milner and Robbo. I don't think Tsimikas comes in with a big game like this. No. I think Robbo
played so well against Porto, didn't he, Dave?
Exactly. He was back to his best, actually. So it's great having Tsimikas on the bench, Jack. It looks lovely. Another DHL delivery driver on the bench. And then we have VVD, Matip. I mean, the two of them are just like dreamland at the moment. Just fingers crossed the two can stay fit, especially Matip. And then in midfield, which is the area for me, I just don't think you change it. Fabinho, club captain Hendo, and Jones. I mean, you're not going to... Jones had probably his best game for Liverpool the other night. Yeah. That was his best game. The only question mark for me, Jack, before I finish, and I'll let you in with your 11, is up front. Okay, what does he do? Does he keep Jota in? His confidence isn't fantastically high, but I don't think Jota. He's not. His confidence hasn't exploded or gone down. He's got a few goals already, but I just think Bobby came on, scored 2, has something to prove nearly, even though he's nothing to prove. Do you know what I mean? Plus, he's a good record against Manchester City. When you look at his record against City, he scores a few goals against them. They might go for the famous three amigos tomorrow. I think Bobby, Salah, and Mane, and maybe Jota as an impact for last 20-25. What do you think?
Yeah, mine's a bit out there. I know I was speaking to you, David, on Doug's show as well, and everyone in comments. It was, for me personally, I know Klopp won't do it, but it'd be interesting to see if he did play all 4 attackers. Yes, it's a big risk, especially if City do score.
It's a risk.
And then Liverpool don't have players as Jota or Firmino to come off the bench, and losing that control in midfield. I think the midfield battle, we've seen obviously the Chelsea game when they beat them. City absolutely dominated Chelsea in every aspect of that game, and that's not easy to do. We've seen Chelsea play against us. Yes, they had 10 men, but even still, to get in behind and get in front ahead of that Chelsea side, very good performance. But for me, I go with you, concur with you, Dave. Milner, obviously, Klopp signalled against Porto. He's the first player to come off the pitch, because obviously we're due to the injury to Trent, mate. But I've got no qualms really, because obviously how pushed and how far and how integrated in terms of our attacking plans our fullbacks are, whether that's Milner or Neco or Costas or Robbo. Milner against his former club, he'll be up for it. Got a point to prove, as always, as ex-players do against the former clubs anyway. But I go with Milner right back, mate. Van Dijk, Joel Matip, Robbo left back. I was so happy with the performance Robbo did put in the week midweek. He's back to his best, which is great. Obviously, you alluded to there, Dave. Competition helps that. Midfield, as I said, I'd go with the 4, but I don't think he will. So, me personally, I don't think Klopp will go with, but be very interesting. I'd go with Henderson.
throw it in there.
Henderson and Fabinho in the pivot, with our forward 4. For me, I'd love us to just come out the blocks early, but it's whether if we can get that goal, as you alluded to there, mate, it'd be great, and we just bombard them, get 2, 3, 4 goals within the first 10, 15 minutes.
I think the only chance you ever have of those 4 playing is if you're chasing a goal in the last 20, 25, when you need a goal and you just have to throw the kitchen sink at it. We know Klopp doesn't take risks, especially in big games like this. Like, there's another 2-week break after this. If you could lay down a marker tomorrow afternoon, say 6:30, 6:15 tomorrow night, and you've come away with a win, it doesn't matter what the performance is like. If you win that game and you're on top of the league, you're 3 points, you're 4 points clear of City at that stage. We're a point ahead of them at the moment. You're sitting pretty. That's the marker for me to be laid down tomorrow. Even a draw wouldn't be the end of it. Listen, it wouldn't be. We still top. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But, so that's why I don't think
win every game, Dave. We've got to be greedy, haven't we?
Of course, we want to win every game. It's not practical or possible, though. That's the problem. But I mean, what you have a graphic up here. I just want to see what City will do. I think the question is what City do tomorrow, not what Liverpool do. I think what team City do.
We'll have a look at what they done against Chelsea in terms of their recent results. Obviously, the 1-0. We'll just have a quick look at the stats in terms of how dominant they were in relation. Obviously, City dominated possession as always. Chelsea very counter-attacking side anyway. They very much isolated Chelsea to having no shots on target. City created a lot of chances, but they were quite sloppy in terms of the final third of the pitch. Then we go into, obviously, the lineup in which City did play. Obviously, Chelsea did play the 3 at the back like they did against us. And in terms of who they played, Jack Grealish played very well against Chelsea. Everyone let me know your thoughts on that. And then they had João Cancelo has been playing left back, and I think he has sorted their problems down that left-hand flank. Obviously, Cancelo, very two-footed, can go on his left, go on his right. But in terms of Liverpool, we've got to look at that left-hand side there, Dave. Kevin De Bruyne, Cancelo and Grealish. There's so much quality.
Listen, the whole team has quality, Jack. As I keep saying, I'm not writing anyone off. I mean, this game, realistically, I mean, there's not a lot of games at Anfield you could say this could end up lose, win, or draw. Like there's not many teams come to Anfield and you're saying, well, City played our A game, we don't play our A game, we could lose this. You know what I mean? We will have to bring our A game to get a result. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
But when I look at that, Dave, as well, I think if Liverpool, there's not a lot of defensive players. Obviously, you got the Spanish lads anyway. It's completely Rodrigo. He played against Chelsea there, number 16. I look at Kevin De Bruyne, Grealish, Jesus, and Bernardo. If Liverpool, that doesn't scream to me that obviously Pep demands so much from his players, but when it's not going right, hopefully tomorrow afternoon, they'll be getting frustrated. They won't have a lot of ball. Kyle Walker, I know a lot gets questioned about Trent's ability to defend, but for me personally, Walker's a decent right back, but he can very much get at him. You can frustrate him, especially the crowd on his back as well. There's been a couple of occasions in recent years that Walker he's reacted to the crowd, and if we can get in front of the City players, frustrate them, pressure them in the right areas. As we said, the intensity, get that right. I think there's a lot of mistakes in that. And for me personally, as you can see, both centre-backs picked up yellow cards against Chelsea. That's one thing. They were quite rash last week in and around the box. But I think if it's Jota or Bobby or both of them, you can just toy with them. The amount of times I've seen Diaz, don't get me wrong, he's a very good defender. But he's been sat on his ass a couple of times in recent weeks.
Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully he will be tomorrow, baby.
Yeah, if that was Virgil van Dijk, mate, he'd be getting clipped up on Twitter every single week.
Just look at Rory Fitzgerald's question in there. Have a quick look at that. It's obviously a bit of an issue if they play Sterling on the side where Milner is. I mean, they could be thinking, okay, Milner's going to start tomorrow. There's a good chance he's going to start. Would they be targeting him? I don't know. I think Milner is up. I mean, we've seen him in the Champions League or the semi-final in the Champions League against Barcelona. I mean, this guy
and Zaha as well.
Yeah, he had a great game against Palace. Yeah. So I don't know. Okay, he doesn't give you the same attack, or sorry, the same attacking prowess, let's say, as Trent. But I think he I'm not going to say funny, but he's a better defender than Trent. Let's be real. I mean, Trent's a winger, basically, isn't he?
It's the experience Milner offers
as well. In the right place at the right time, basically. Yeah. Johnny Gooch in the house, 2 hunks on a live stream. Where are he? Where are he gone?
I can't see them, mate. I don't know. Must be on the wrong live stream, but yeah, John. But yeah, it's spot on there, lads, and it's very interesting. I love Rory's breakdowns on Twitter as well. But give him always a good shout out as well. We need to get him on, Dave.
Statman Rob. I asked him to come on. He won't come on. He's shy. He's shy.
He can't be shy. Even the audio you can join me, but cheers for that, Rory. It's interesting. That's why the big games in it, Dave, and everyone in chat. This is when you look at like big top managers. Obviously, I joke about Pep Guardiola overthinking everything, and you only have to watch a documentary a couple of years ago of Guardiola. I'd say tearing his hair out, but he's got no hair, so just fantasizing about whether Liverpool.
That's why he's no hair. He's tore it all out, fantasized about Liverpool.
He fantasized in the changing room like 2 weeks before. He's like, "Oh, are Liverpool gonna play Mane and all this?" He'd be having sleepless nights, and I know for a fact already tonight he'll be speaking to his missus or his technical staff and going, "Oh, this and that." But I think we can get him. I remember on touchline at Anfield a couple of seasons back, twice, 3 times when he just absolutely lost his marbles. But it's an interesting tactical battle, and for me, I'm excited. And as I tell you, if City do get injuries, don't get me wrong, there's squad depth. But if De Bruyne is to get injured this season, the likes of a Diaz or Laporte, similar injuries at Liverpool that I don't think personally did cope. The game against Southampton, Manchester City had this season, I think that was a 0-0 draw. They were very frustrated within that game. And obviously getting beat to Spurs. I know it was the first game of the season, and obviously games against Manchester when they've played Leicester City in recent years as well. And us, this City team, I know it's world class. It is. There's a lot of quality, but I think if we're up for it, the crowd will be the biggest factor tomorrow, Dave, as you alluded to.
as I said, I think the crowd tomorrow behind my head, guys. Look at this.
And there's well.
And there's Mosalah, who I think tomorrow will step up. He's just been unbelievable. I just want him to sign that bloody contract. But I mean, he'll have a big say on tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. He'll have a big say tomorrow on what happens or what scoreline it's going to be, because he's on fire at the moment. You know, he looks hungry. He's even tackling back now. His defensive, even more than last season, he's back to that 44-goal season where he was like a bleeding lunatic, running all over the pitch, covering running back, chasing back. No moaning. There's no moaning. There's a something there. You know, there's no banging the grass.
He's matured, Danny Dave, and I think everyone in chat, he's matured now. I think he's 10 goals in 10 games for something crazy for Mo now, probably more than that anyway. But he's not the Salah when he won the first season. That season, he could have literally had about 50 goals that season because he took like 10 shots, 15 shots a game. But now, obviously, we've seen against Porto midweek, even Milner going down that right-hand side, he's a lot more switched on. And that's what happens with players. Even Mane, his game has very much changed in the last 2 seasons, I'd say. He's not don't know, he's still world class, but he's a lot more clever and he's developing. And when you hit 30, and
thanks, Jack. Thanks, Jack. Thanks very much.
It's all right. I'm only 4 years.
It's all over. When you hit 30, it's all over, baby.
No, I was going to say it's not all over. I think footballers now, just look at James Milner, mate. Certain players' games do change. But that's for the better as well. But I think Salah will probably go on even bigger heights this year.
I mean, you've seen it, Jack. It's happened a few years, not only Liverpool, but I know from Liverpool watching them, even in the 90s, early 90s, when Souness came in and got rid of Ray Houghton, got rid of Steve Staunton, both went to Aston Villa. And the following season, Aston Villa came second in the league and could have won the bloody league against a good United side. And both of them were unbelievable. Then even Gary McAllister came to Liverpool. Everybody thought he was washed up. What a season he had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We won the treble. Yeah, but so like things can happen. If he's a good pro, they look after themselves, eat all the right stuff, stay out of news, basically, especially nowadays. The TikTok boys are out, you know. And I mean, Mo is one of them. Milner's one of them. I think Mo could go to about 35. He's so fit.
Easy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's another 6 years. He's 29.
Yeah. Definitely not having a Chinese or a KF every night, like eating his greens.
do you want to get up the results today? I think Arsenal finished 0-0 with Brighton. Can you get the BBC the results? You know, there was a few straight. United drawing 1-1, of course, was starting to sort of brightened up the whole situation at the very start. But United drawing 1-1.
Is that finished, Jay? Is that finished 0-0? Is it? That's interesting.
I think it's finished. Well, it would have been around. It was 20:15 would have been finished. So I think
good. Got the results up on for the.
There we go. There we go, guys. We'll go through them there. So United 1-1. That was a good result. Wolves 2-1. That was a big win for Wolves against Newcastle today, Jack.
Yeah, Hwang Hee-chan, obviously the new signing.
Yeah. 2 goals.
He got a goal, I think, a couple of weeks ago as well. So I think he's got 3 Premier League goals. You feel for Newcastle, don't you, Dave, in chat? It's going to be interesting how their season, it can either go one way, the back end of the season, you could pick up a lot. There's enough quality in that side to avoid relegation, but I tell you, they could get lost in that.
It could happen. It could happen. Yeah, so we just skim over them. Leeds, good win. They needed that. 1-0 against Watford. They needed that.
Massive win. Let's have a quick look at the table there, everyone, as well.
Wow.
Where do they find themselves? So you got Leeds. That was a massive win for them.
Yep.
That's took them out with a relegation zone. Southampton, still on 4 points. Just been speaking about Newcastle there. Norwich, just look at that. 14 goals conceded. Frankly, not good enough.
They're gone already. I can't. They're a yo-yo club. We said at the start of the season, everybody had Norwich as their favourite to go down, to be fair. Really.
It's crazy.
I think Burnley could go. I said Burnley. I think I said, what was it? Was it Norwich, Watford, Burnley? I think I said. I'm not sure. Southampton. 1 or 3 out of those 4 anyway. But
that's a good result for Liverpool as well, lads. As well, obviously Jay mentioned there 0-0. That's full time. So obviously, let's have a quick look at that table there, Dave.
Well, I think Chelsea are on top, aren't they? Yeah, Chelsea on
Yeah,
top.
Liverpool on top. Obviously, Brighton were flying. They still are 14 points already from 17 games.
Yeah,
7 games, sorry. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good result for Liverpool this weekend, isn't it, Reds?
Well, it was 1-1 with Southampton, and your man Ward-Prowse got sent off. And I mean, they might have held out. You know, that was a stupid tackle, Jack. It was a stupid tackle.
Dangerous tackle, that one, anyways. So obviously we got us playing last game of is it Eamon's happy birthday, mate? It's just, hopefully he's
here we go. A little happy birthday song for Eamon. A birthday win for me tomorrow will be sound. Happy birthday to Eamon.
Happy birthday
to Eamon.
Go ahead, lad.
I feel like a fucking Elvis little. But yeah, listen, 3 points tomorrow, baby. 3 points there. 3 points in the bag for Eamon Kelly's birthday tomorrow.
Hope you have a good birthday, mate. Anyway,
well, he will if Liverpool beat City.
Crack open a couple of bevies or whatever your beverage is. But yeah, that's still another big game that's a massive game for Tottenham that day, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all over
how poor they've been playing.
All over it. I think Nunez, he's in trouble. I mean, if they lost that tomorrow now, I don't know. Will they give him time? I don't know. Maybe Christmas. I don't know. It depends on where they are at Christmas, isn't it?
It's a negative style as players. Well, everyone in charge. Obviously, they won the first 3 games. It was all happy Larry. 9 points on the board, flying. Arsenal were bottom of the league at the beginning of the season anyway, and everyone's like, "Oh!" And it's the first time that I think that's happened. It's obviously Arsenal being top, and I think they were throughout the season anyway. But it was weird. They switched places anyway. But yeah, West Ham, that'd be an exciting game, Dave. You know, I'm a massive fan of Brentford after, especially last week. A lot of people messaged me going, I thought you were taking the piss about Brentford, but they were very good football inside. And it didn't surprise me. But yeah, that'd be a good game for the neutral.
There's another one there. Palace Leicester. I'll tell you what, Palace will give Leicester a game tomorrow. That could be a draw there, you know that?
It's the I've been surprised, Dave. I don't know how you've been with Patrick Vieira. For me, I thought, given his recent stint in France before he did come to London anyway for Crystal Palace, obviously Roy Hodgson set the foundations for that Crystal Palace side, very good defensively. But I didn't expect Patrick to have the desired impact. But fair play to him. Obviously, Edouard, when he played us, Christian Benteke could have got a couple of goals, but you've got to start with Edouard come tomorrow at 2 p.m. anyway, and the big one, Liverpool. And then we're the first game after the international break.
Watford away. That'd be a tricky game. We know what happened there a few seasons ago. But listen, that's a long, long way, Jack. That's on the Thursday.
Hoping we put a couple of demons to bed, because lucky enough I wasn't live streaming that game, and I think thank God I wasn't. Because I was very disgruntled.
But as you said, some strange, well, not say strange results, fairly predictable results, I think, today, when you think about it. Brighton, you could have said Brighton had a lot of chances. Before I come up to do this stream, they had 3 or 4 chances to score and didn't. You know, I was going to myself, you've got to take those chances. They had chances, just couldn't take them. But back to tomorrow before we finish this stream. So I'm going to go 2-1 Reds. I just think I'm confident. Now, I could be twice bitten. You know, it could easily be, because City are a good side. Let's be fair. They're a proper side. They are the champions. They didn't invest in a striker when they got rid of Aguero. Everybody said they should have got Kane. I'm delighted they didn't get Kane. I know Kane is beat up and down, but he gets goals. Especially in the good side, he get goals. He get goals of City. There's no doubt about it. So it depends on tomorrow. I think Liverpool start fast, pick the right team, start fast. The crowd will be up for it. There's no doubt about it. And it's the first time since we played City that's the actual crowd in over a year. So, you know, be ready to roll. Liverpool want that crown back, baby. They want that trophy back from Manchester City that City took last year off Liverpool, of course. So, and City will know they'll be in for the game. They don't, you know, they haven't had a great record there, as I said earlier. They'd only won 1. What is it, 1-10? In the
Obviously,
league.
They won last year, but I think since we're crowd,
Huge,
is it
huge.
2003, 2004? That long
2004, I
ago.
think.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And I mean, they've had some great teams coming to Anfield. I know we've been lucky the odd time they missed a pen. I remember Mahrez.
Oh, yeah, the Mahrez
Missed,
one.
yeah, missed.
Yeah.
I think the crowd put him off for that when you think about it.
Yeah.
I think it was into the cup, was it? I mean, they must have.
Yeah,
Look behind me. Look at this. I hope that's Mosalah now tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's Mo when he's like that tomorrow with the winner.
Yeah.
2-1.
Even Guardiola knows. I love the Guardiola interview.
Yeah.
That if he's talking on Spanish television, the Spanish media, like is Anfield like is it all a load of blag? Is it real? And Guardiola's like, yes, it's real. The Anfield atmosphere is no mugs there. They are very much the stories that you do here, and I love it every time that. It's always the case, and David, in the past when we won the Champions League, you had managers coming up to Anfield going, "Yeah, it's not an issue." I'm pretty sure the Barcelona manager said it before we absolutely slapped them 4-0 at Anfield. But the Liverpool crowds, as you already have this season, and as always, I know the Reds around the world, wherever you're watching, getting behind the lads, they will need all of our support, and I tell you. Hopefully this season is number 20 and
number 7. But
do
you know what it is for me tomorrow? It's as you said, I think the crowd at Anfield tomorrow is big. Daz TV in the house, huge game tomorrow, lads. We love the underdog tag, but if we win tomorrow, surely we have to be favourites, says Daz. I'll tell you what it is though, and I seen it in the bookies today. I think they have City as slight favourites tomorrow. I thought that was weird. If it was at the Etihad Stadium with no crowd, you might say that's about right, but not at Anfield. I don't know how they're favourites at Anfield. Do you? I don't know where that came from.
It's the media darlings, aren't it? That's all the mates in the media, they're all Manx, and the referees are all Manx, the majority of them anyway.
Yeah, that's true. And we're anti-media. We're not anti-media, but the media don't really,
Yeah, I found it funny, David, and everyone in chat and Daz. Joe, when Leicester did win the league, I sat there every single weekend watching the pundits go, yeah, Leicester will fall away. Leicester will fall away. Leicester will fall away. And then what did he do? He done the unthinkable and won the league.
Fall away. Fall away.
Let them all doubt Liverpool, and we'll still be 20 points clear come the end of the season. And they're like,
I don't care if we win it on goal difference, Jack. You know what I mean? It's not even the points difference. It's about winning number 20 for me. That's what it's all about. I see Daz TV. You can pop in for 5 minutes if you want, Daz. Give me a thumbs up and I'll send you a link. Get your views on the big one tomorrow. If you want, there's no panic. We're not going to stay on much longer anyway. But if you want to pop in for 5, let me know in the next few seconds. But I mean, Jack, I'm a bit nervous. Do you know what about tomorrow? It's like a mixed feeling. I'm confident and nervous at the same time. I'm confident because we're at home, we've got the crowd, and we're playing well. And we're a settled side. I think that side is the side I said. There's not huge amount. Whereas City, there's a few changes. I can't call the City game tomorrow. I mean, even the team. Can you? I can't really say. Yeah. I know we had it up there a minute ago, but will Sterling play? He's had a bad run at Anfield. Will Grealish play? I don't know.
I'm Sterling, mate. It's mad. Like, I've got a couple of mates that know a load of City mates. I've got 1 or 2 City mates. Don't have many of them.
But there's not many City fans anyway, will you? But because you know what I mean. So,
but yeah, the hatred towards, I know, obviously what happened with Sterling leaving the football club, the still fans up 50-50 on him. But the whole City fan base, the seems like from they say. If Sterling starts tomorrow, Liverpool win the game, and I'm like, mad. Obviously, given,
who said that?
But like, the Sterling's not Man City's favourite player at the minute.
No, he wasn't.
He's out of favour with the whole fan base.
He wasn't getting in for a while, wasn't he? Not. I mean, he was. No, he was out for a while.
Still a quality player, but hopefully Joe Gomez, if he's on the bench, picks him up like he did a couple of years ago.
You remember that, do you?
Yeah. You think you're the big boy or the big one anyway, and then obviously Sterling scratched him, or supposedly had a fight in England duty anyway. which was a load of handbags, really.
Do you remember that, do you? That thing where he was up against them and Sterling was down that, looking in.
Gomez just picked him up, think you're the big man or something. I was like, I loved it. That's what football is all about, the more human.
Trilla from Manila. Good luck tomorrow, Dave. You're the only undefeated side in the Premier League until now. You mean until Sunday night when we still be on? But yeah, of course. Trilla from Manila. How are you, bro? Hopefully you're well. Daz TV, Eamon Kelly, Rory Fitzgerald. Who was in here? Jamie was in earlier on. Johnny, even the Goochmeister from Canada was in earlier on. Wow. I mean, it's worldwide, Jack. It's absolutely worldwide at this stage. You just don't know who's going to come on with your live, do you? You don't know. 1892, Paul Owens. That's what I like about it. Just you don't know who's going to pop in. Do you know what? You don't even know who's watching. You don't know who's watching. Yeah. Klopp could be watching.
All right, Jürgen, lads. Everybody's got his feet up anyway.
You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. We're not going to stay on much longer. Another 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll call it night and I'll crack open a Peroni, baby, out of the fridge. It's getting ready for Saturday night.
I don't think the club would let me or you near Klopp the other day. Imagine that video.
They wouldn't let me. He wouldn't let me. Yeah. Why wouldn't he let you near him? Why not?
I'd just be not afraid to ask certain questions about
no problem. No
some
problem. I'd be able to interview the Pope. Are you fucking mad? Fuck's sake. City played well against PSG. They will be in for a tough game tomorrow too, says Aim. Do you know what? A City did play well against Pitt. Your man hit the bar and they missed an absolute bleeding opener. City. But that's what I mean. If that goes in, it's a different game. Look, I'm not taking it lightly. I'm just all I'm saying is I'm a Liverpool fan. We're at Anfield. Anybody at Anfield, I'm confident we're going to beat them. It could be anybody. It could be the intergalactic champions from Mars. I don't care who it is. They could beam the bleeding players down onto the pitch like aliens, and I'd still be confident we beat them. Yeah. So
they still had an alien in Anfield called Messi, and he still didn't do nothing.
And he was out of this world. Is right. He was out of this world. Is absolutely. He is out of this world. Is that him? To be fair, he is. And I'm not even going to go into the Messi Ronaldo thing, but both of them are unbelievable. To be fair, that's all I'll say on that one. But if you're picking one, it'd be Messi for me. That's all I'd say. Truly wanted the Saints to get a point, but Ward-Prowse sending off made it really difficult. Actually gave the game away for them today.
It's watching on Match of the Day. Everyone will.
It wasn't a good tackle, Jack. It was a bad tackle. It was a stupid tackle. Stupid tackle.
It's quite coming from an experienced player like James. You're very surprised. He's obviously, I think he's a captain of Southampton. So
he's a good player. He's a proper player. There was even a hint Liverpool were interested in. I mean, he's very good on free kicks and set pieces.
Yeah. It wouldn't be interesting. Wouldn't surprise me. Jürgen, he loves a cheeky Southampton buy, doesn't he? So in the future, you never know. But he's got a lot of quality, James Ward-Prowse. As he said, he's probably one of the best dead ball set piece takers in the Premier League. Obviously, him, De Bruyne, and Trent probably up there.
Jack never buys an Anfield hot dog at the ground. That's why he's not allowed.
Like, Jürgen, can you just get away with these hot dogs? Like, it's an absolute massive rip-off. But I'd say I'd buy all the hot dogs if you wanted, as long as Liverpool signed some players.
Jack, do you remember about 2 years ago, I met you and we went into the Boot Room Cafe in Anfield and we had what did you have? Was it a burger? We had a burger at the time. It was a hot dog.
Yeah, that was quite nice.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was quite nice. First time we went there, Dave. When I was younger, but obviously they've rebranded it. You've never been there. It's nice. It's very nice. Very nice. You've got like screens there as well. But yeah, it's made up, Dave. Hopefully see you, Dave, and Eamon, and any other Reds as well that are coming down. Let us all know.
Myself and Keith are going to try and get over before Christmas, at least for one game. That's the plan anyway. Yeah. This side of Christmas, get over for a game. Ivan's been over there. Ivan Jennings has been over there with his son. He was there. He was over at the Palace game. He was at the Palace game.
Oh, was he? We wouldn't know. We just said hello to him.
Yeah, he was at the Palace game. He did a video outside the ground for me. Were you at the game? You at the Palace game as well?
Yeah, lucky enough I was at the Palace game. The communication levels are off the scale.
And he said it on my live stream. I'll see you at the Palace game. All right, you won't see me, but you know what I mean. But just before we go, Jackie boy. Anyway, obviously tomorrow's huge. I'm gonna go 2-1 Reds. Mosalah with the win. I don't care who scores, but just the way he's on form at the moment is just Wow. And I think Bobby, if Bobby starts, I think Bobby might get a goal, the other goal. Bobby. But just before we go, what did you think of the James Bond thing with Klopp? I know Daniel Craig is a big Liverpool fan. You know that anyway, don't you?
Oh, yeah, he's massive.
Huge Liverpool fan, yeah.
Yeah, I love it, mate. I tell you, as Jürgen alluded to in his press conference, he said he wouldn't be best too pleased people would switch off. But it'd be he's that intelligent, Jürgen Klopp. He could walk into a paint and decorator's place and learn within the first hour how to like strip a wallpaper and all that, and be like the best decorator on Merseyside. So yeah, it'd make a decent James Bond. He's got the charisma.
Just don't take your top off. Just don't take your top off. Walking out.
I tell you, if we get a winner or we win the league, I think he's pretty sure he will get his kit off anyway. Especially if we get a league winner against Everton at Anfield again.
Mosalah with his top off. Yeah. Like the United, remember the goal? Like the United goal, the 4-2. Right, Jack, you're going. What scoreline for tomorrow?
5-1. I said on Goat one last night. 5-1. Yeah, I know it's big and bold. Very, but
that is big and it's bold.
The crowds will push us on tomorrow. I really do think about it, and I'm hoping Jürgen. We see that. We do see Jürgen fist pumping the Kop. Yeah, I'm hoping we do see Jürgen fist pumping the Kop, and obviously getting that win would be massive just before the international break, and obviously it'd be great as well, mate. But and a Mosalah hat-trick, I'll take that. Yeah.
It's just getting better and better. My Saturday night's just getting better and better. Guys, I think we leave it there. It's 7:41 here in Dublin, same time in Liverpool. So we enjoyed that. Tomorrow's the big one at 4:30 at Anfield, of course, Liverpool, Manchester City. Then there's a break. The dreaded international break is in the bag. I'm going 2-1 Liverpool. Jackie Boy is going 5-1. So let's hope we just get the win and the 3 points in the bag and we can all relax. Tomorrow is going to be huge. Enjoy it. Enjoy your weekend.
Stay safe. Happy birthday for tomorrow or anyone else.
Happy birthday to Eamon Kelly tomorrow, and hopefully you enjoy it. And 3 points and a birthday cake would not be bad, would it? Thanks to Trilla Manila, Daz TV, Eamon Kelly, Johnny Gooch, Paul Owens. I'm trying to think who else came in earlier. Rory Fitzgerald, of course. I'm surprised Helen hasn't been here. That's a big surprise.
Avi's as well, Jay.
Avi from Dallas, Texas was here.
Yeah, spot on. That's the power of the internet, power of the Reds around the globe.
Jamie Phillips, football chats, another LFC channel. Eamon Kelly, 1892 Reds podcast, another top Reds channel. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. Jack Mack, LFC, of course, in the house. The top, I'm pointing the wrong way. The legend, get on to Jack Mack LFC. Oh, just before we go, another YouTube channel coming in. Ant from the Leicester fan channel. Ant's Leicester fan channel in the house. What's his prediction for the big one tomorrow? And of course, Leicester City play Palace at Sellers Park. It's going to be tough. That'll be a tough one for you tomorrow, Ant. But guys, hit the like button, hit the share button. I'm going for a Peroni. Thanks, Jack. Talk to you soon.
Cheers for that, Dave.
Stay safe. Everyone. Come on, Reds. Let's do this.
Come on.